that we reported what happened. He was trying to bridge alliances, and as a look ahead, we thought that we should look at how Pakistan would treat India and how would under Imran Khan. So we had a guest out of India. I'm sure many of you know G. Parthasarathy, who's a former ambassador to Pakistan, fairly right-wing, but yes, quite nuanced in that sense. And so he spoke in our 10G news hour, as we call it. We are run by GMT timings. So 10G would be roughly here about 3:30 in the afternoon. And so as it's a kind of unwritten rule for all of us that if you have someone in this story, for example, one side from India, so within that day, within the next 2-3 hours, in our bulletins, we have to have someone from Pakistan get their view as well, so that we are giving each party a voice of what they feel about the story, about the development. There's a similar, most of my examples will be unfortunately from my part of the world where I work. We do a show called Inside Story, which is largely a chat show which happens every day in India from 6 to 10. But it is not as combative. Our presenters are told very clearly that the guest has come at your invitation and you rather be decent to them, don't interject and whatever. So that's the point. The producer of the show, the person who produced the show, which was a slight error. I mean, in the sense, it was about how Yemen, Saudi Arabia had closed a very important strait through which most of this oil supplies go. It's called the Bab el-Mandeb. And because the previous night there were some attacks from the Yemeni rebels whom they've been fighting. So we reported the matter, and we had built up the story, the show, and we said that how it could lead to a rise in oil prices because oil supplies are not going towards Europe and beyond, and how this could, further vitiate the war and all of that. But nowhere did the program editor mention the fact that the Houthis have said that we never attacked any Saudi oil ships. All that we had done was we attacked a frigate. Our presenter was Peter Dobby. I would probably think that some of you might know. He's a noted BBC presenter. In his discussion, obviously, he brought that out. But the show was pulled down after one airing. And the presenter was called back. The program editor was called back. We re-recorded giving the balance. So the first airing is at around 8:30, so about 11 p.m. India time. So the next airing was at 2 a.m. in India time. Never went on the air that night, that particular year. The subsequent run did go. So the team was working till well past midnight to ensure that we present your fair and we are impartial. I think by and large, we take great pains to ensure that we are fair, we are impartial. And I think as journalists, it is extremely critical for us that we report both sides of the story. We all read it, but in practice, at times, or more often than not, in certain cases, we kind of overlook that. But I think, to win back credibility of viewers, of readers, I think it's extremely important that we do it because in a day and time when you have social media, which has empowered people a lot, I think the strata of society which has largely been affected is we journalists, because I think they feel that we are not credible enough.